with the lark. I think I'll take a walk in the park. Hey, 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 it's a beautiful day. Da, 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 da. Ha, 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 beautiful Sunday. This is my beautiful day. And they say that you love me. Whoa, whoa, mama. It's here. Da-da-da-da-da. Good afternoon, good morning, even. Good morning, still morning. Good morning, welcome back to the One Celtic Fans View. It's 12 o'clock somewhere in the world. And breathe. And where is everything? Right, let's get into the let's get into it. Because Julian Araujo has made the trip. And Julian Araujo has made the trip to Ibrox. Bit of good news this morning. Fantastic. Here is the current situation at Ibrox Stadium. Araujo, Julian Araujo is there. Colby Donovan, his shirt is up. I've got to say, what a shitty away stadium it is, isn't it? I mean, is that seriously the dressing room? What happened to lockers? Do you know, that's gone back to the 1980s stuff, isn't it? Way back. And McGregor, his shirt is up also. Luke McCowan, his shirt is there. Benji Negrin, Oxlade Chamberlain, James Forrest, and Junior Adamu. That is the shirts that Celtic have put on show. Here's an interesting one. Who will start for Celtic? Will it be Julian Araujo? Will it be Donovan? Will it be McGregor? Will it be McCowan? Will it be Benji Negrin? Will it be Chamberlain? Will it be McGregor, McCowan, and Chamberlain in midfield, or will it go with Benji Negrin? A lot. Yeah, I know there's only 9 on show, but is it the important 9? I mean, it gives us a little. It lets us know that at least Julian Araujo's there. Does he start before Donovan? That is the big one. Anyway. Listen, if I was going to the game, you'd have been drunk on the bus by now. So the missus just said to me, it's going to be a long fucking day, isn't it? A long bloody day. Looks like an old work bothy. It does, doesn't it? Looks like an old work bothy for the 1980s. That dressing room. They must go in. I mean, after being in that fantastic stadium in Stuttgart, and the dressing room in Stuttgart, and the dressing room at Celtic Park, where it's proper lockers, and then Celtic have got to go in, and you've got to go in and hang your shirts up on coat hangers, on pegs. Anyway. Change that goalkeeper for a start. We'll wait and see. The Green Brigade will be in smaller numbers. Not the numbers that they usually go, but they will be in. Keeping Mr. Pledge in business. You just know Casper's going to start. I hope he doesn't. It reminds me of a Sunday League dressing room. It does, doesn't it? it's like the dressing room down at your wee Sunday league team. You know, it's got the wee dress. It's got the dressing room bit, and it is. Wait 2 seconds. I just check something. Yeah, that'll do for me. That'll do for me. Ay, ay, ay. Anyway, let's get back to that. Let's get back to normal screens. And yeah. It just screams staunch. It does that, doesn't it? It just screams like, who cares what it screams like? But anyway, we are live, and it's one way to get banned for the channel, but never mind. Some people have to try and go to the lower echelons of. I was shitting myself. Nah, not at all, not at all. John the truck driving legend is in the house. John the truck driving legends. Although I'm living in hope more than anything, I'm hoping for a win. One thing, we need to start Sinisalo and don't Stark or pick Hatate and Dies Maida. Anyway, fuck the Huns. And fuck the king, God bless the Pope, says John the truck driving legend. Love it. Absolutely love it. Absolutely love it. That was interesting. I'm just going to WhatsApp someone a second. um, just check that out. It's all good in the hood this morning. I love it. I absolutely love it. Love it, love it, love it. Oh, God. Honestly. I love this game. Honestly. It is great. It is great. Pissing down, Rangers weather. Who gives a shit? Celtic will do it. Please no Schmeichel. To some of the comments coming in. Some of the comments coming in. Do you know what? I'm just going to check something else. Whilst I am live. Interesting. Let's just check this out. All good in the hood. Stop bashing Scales. He's been one of the best players in the Huns game over the past 2 years. I've never bashed Scales today. I've never bashed Scales at all. Schmeichel out 100%. Martin O'Neill. Picture of Martin O'Neill with his shirt and tie on. Entering into that shithole. Still a big debate is oh Jesus. Everyone's trying to claim that they know who's playing and who's not. No, you don't. Oh man, honestly. Score predictions 2-1 to Celtic. Get your score predictions up. We have 4 minutes until the team is out. Give me your score predictions. I am going to go with 2-1 to Celtic. Happy birthday to Martin O'Neill. Anyway, big, massive happy birthday to Martin O'Neill. Remember that Scales and Lagervelke held them back at Ibrox. That was a long time ago, wasn't it? It was a long time ago. Let me just get back onto the Celtic page. Team news is coming. Oh, 3 minutes. 3 minutes. Stephen Johnson is up first. He's going 3-2 Celtic. 3-2 to Celtic. Quite a few. 3-2 is Celtic. 2-1 Celtic. 2-1 Celtic. 2-2 Rangers. That means it's a draw. Is that Rangers claiming a win over the 2-2? 3-1 Hoops, 3-2 the Hoops, 0-0. It's never going to be a 0-0 game. Do you think that happy birthday Celtic fans will sing happy birthday? Happy birthday! Fuck the Huns! Martin O'Neill. My starting lineup is Sinisalo, Tierney, Arthur, Murray, Donovan. Oh, you play Murray instead of Liam Scales. That's not going to happen, mate. McGregor, McCowan, Oxley, Chamberlain, Sarachi, Adamu, and Yang. No. 3-0. 3-1 Celtic. Fuck it. 7-2. Martin O'Neill legend. 3 to the 3 Celtic and none to the Rats. Met Martin yesterday at Tam Gemmell's statue unveiling. Real gentleman. Yes, and I got an up close and personal picture sent of the statue. 2-1 Celtic. 3-2 Celtic. Come on. Oh, the nerves, y'all. 4-2 Celtic, 2-1 us. But I've got a wee feeling it could be 4-1 us. Celtic haven't scored 4 goals in a game for ages. We've not been. I don't know where these high predictions. Holy fuck, Casper starts. How do you know? Because the team's not even out yet. Honestly. Oh. I'll wait till the team is officially out before I read out some of the silly comments. 5-0, not a chance. 3-2 to the Hoops, 3-1 to the boys. Do you think so? 2-2. Quite a few people are going for a draw. Under a minute until the team is out. Oh, Father, why are you so sad on this bright Easter morn? For the land that they were born. Oh, son, I sing in memory to a dark and distant day when being just a lad like. Come on, Celtic. The team should be out now. Oh, yes! 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 Sinisalo, Arojo, Murray, Scales, Tierney, McGregor, Chamberlain, Benson, Yang, Dyson Maeda, and Junior Adama! Come on, you boys and great! Let's go! Incredible! Yes! Come on! Yes! Get in there! Yes! 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 You beauty! You absolute beauty! Get in there! 3-1 Celtic is my prediction now. What a team! On the subs bench. Ross Dohan is on the subs bench. Big Tam the Czech is on the sub bench. Luke McCowan, Tenekti, Sarachi, Hatate, Arthur, Forrest, and Donovan. Holy shit! Oof! Honestly, what a team. What a team the manager has put out. Oh, go on, Martin. God. Yes. Oh, yes. Your beauty. Casper is done. Casper looks like Casper is done at Celtic. No chances taken with Casper Schmeichel on the bench. Will Casper Schmeichel's career now peter out at Celtic? Let me just jump back on to this screen and I will get the team back up here in a second. I'm buzzing with that. That is the best, honestly. I don't think there'll be many people disagreeing with that team from the manager. Now that we've seen the team, God, that's a strong bench. Sarachi on the bench could come on the second half for Kieran Tierney. McCowan, Hatate, Tenecti. Tenecti gets dropped to the bench and Yang starts. Yang starts before Tenecti. Tam dropped to the bench for Junior Adamu. Oh my goodness. That is a team and a half. And I tell you one thing, fair play to Martin O'Neill. He's rung the changes. I don't think that anyone could have predicted that starting 11 for Celtic. A lot of us wanted to make sure that Sinisalo got the game. And I tell you one thing, Martin O'Neill has gone and done it. Right, why is that no? I need to just WhatsApp, get that screen sorted, mate. Buzz in for that one. Right, let me get some comments in. Well done, Dane Murray. Dane Murray and Scales. I kind of thought it would be Dane Murray and Scales. I thought, does the manager go with Benjamin Arthur? Or does he put his trust in Dane Murray? Dane Murray's Celtic through and through. He knows what this means, and it's not a game. It's not a game. There is the Sevco team. Butland, Sterling, Stutter, Fernandez. Who cares? Butland in goals. That could be a good thing for Celtic. Butland in goals. I don't know if that's a good team or not. I will take that back down. It's a huge game for Dane Murray. When I see the Celtic, I go off my head. I just can't get enough. I just can't get enough. All the things you say to me. Oh, come on. Ox to score today. Ox to score. I'm going to say Junior Adamu. Junior Adamu is better at closing down, more mobile. Do you think he'll put Tenecti and Big Tam on to make an impact around the 65th minute? Yeah, I think that it's all about managing the game for Martin O'Neill today, isn't it? It's all about managing the game experience, because when you look at the players that are starting the game, they're put in to try and make an immediate impact. It's to try and get the game won in the first half, try and get a couple of goals in. Yang, do you know that Yang can score goals? Dyson Maeda can score goals. Junior Adamu, he put off that perfect pass He's probably one of the better forwards that we have at the club at the moment. And he did put off that fantastic pass in Stuttgart for Luke McCowan. Now, Oxlade-Chamberlain, he's just fantastic. It's a big game for him. He needs to show his class today. He needs to show, why he was a £30 million player at one, 40 odd million pound player. He needs to show his, and it allows McGregor a bit of freedom. In these games, they tend to sort of make sure that if you get McGregor out of the game, it's the same when Scott Brown played. If you man-mark McGregor, if you get him out of the game, Celtic don't play. We've added Oxlade-Chamberlain into the mix here. So Oxlade-Chamberlain and Callum McGregor swapping positions. Callum going up to the left, out of position where he normally is. They don't know who to man-mark. When you look at it that way, it could be absolutely fantastic. Oh, only one great Dane in the team, and that is Dane Murray. I wonder if Martin O'Neill will tell us before the game exactly what is the... Well, we all know the issue with Casper. He's carrying an injury. And is that injury, will it finish off his Celtic career? Because if Sinisalo has the kind of game that he has had on Thursday, do you just go there, well, that's it, Sinisalo's the number one between now and the end of the season? It's a massive game for Sinisalo. He needs to prove that, one, he's way better than the opposition keeper in Jack Butland, who is an English wannabe that couldn't lace Joe Hart's boots ever. He was brought in, but he's got mistakes in him. Butland does have mistakes in him. Sinisalo doesn't. It's a fantastic choice by the manager, but it'll be interesting to see if the manager even speaks about it before the thing. I think that this team could do a job. I think so. Also, never before or after will there be better odds on Celtic's side for a title. The Huns have went 2 up front. Let them go 2 up front, because Araujo, Murray, Scales and Tierney at the back will be a fantastic back four. We'll play like we did in Germany. It'll be a flat back four. It won't be the fullbacks battering away up the pitch, and overtaking. You'll see them playing the way that they did in Germany, I think. And then when you add into the mix Chamberlain and McGregor in that holding midfield role, bring it on. Bring it on. Outstanding lineup. One man that'll be buzzing more than anyone will be Ox. Goodbye, Casper. If ever to get a result, this is the team. Yeah, I think so. Oh, right, I'm going to jump through these comments. Adamu has great 10 minutes in him. Going to jump through some of these, get right through to the end. What are the odds? As long as he doesn't lose dumb, stupid goals at the back, that's all we ask. Got the party tunes blaring. I've got to say, it looks like that if Casper has a serious shoulder injury, it could rule him out for the end of the season. That could be his Celtic career over. Unfortunately, he will be there on the bench. He will be there with Martin O'Neill and co. He'll be there giving the boys all their enthusiasm, giving them all the support. But, the fans wanted him dropped, and we've got it. We've got it. Sinisalo. In the midfield, when you look at the midfield three, or even if it is going to be a 4-2-3-1, you're going to look at the back four. Fantastic back four, I think. When you look at McGregor, Chamberlain sitting in that midfield, and then further forward, you've got Yang, Benji Negrin, and Dyson Maeda. So Benji Negrin will be going through the middle of that, which that allows him to get space as another striker. And Benji Negrin's got goals in him. And then Junior Adamu up front himself. I think it's a good move by Celtic. I think this could be one of the best starting 11 that we could have asked for with the current squad. And we have to take that into consideration. You know, the squad is missing some fantastic players. It's missing Alistair Johnson, missing Cameron Carter-Vickers. It is missing Jota. All to come back for next season. What's the odds on a Yang hat-trick? I'm sure Michelle will find that out for us because she always bets on that. All-out attack, get into them, my Celtic. No prisoners. Right, now that you've seen the team, we did do early predictions earlier on. Danny Cassidy's given us a super chat. Thank you for that, Danny. Now that you have seen that, give me a score prediction. Getting sweaty palms now. Feeling a 6-2 kind of game, but give me 2-0. Stephen says, I'm sorry to say, but I think Benji playing the Rats will run over us in midfield. I don't think so because Benji will play in. It'll be a 4-2-3-1. So there's more chance of Celtic going 5 in the midfield, and I think that's where the battle will be won. I think it's a well marked team, and he's went for the midfield battle. Hope the supporters behave themselves. Need both set bans back at these games. Mate, you're not. It's not. I hope the supporters behave themselves. That's implying that Celtic fans were the problem, and that's why they have the reduced allocation. I think you need to have a word with yourself, mate, because Rangers reduced the allocation because Celtic kept on winning. Club 1872 wrote to the Dave King and personally asked for a reduction in the Celtic season ticket allocation because they were fed up of being outsung by Celtic. Nothing to do with Celtic fans behaving themselves at this game. Give them hell, as far as I'm concerned. I've been to Ibrox many a time. I used to laugh about it because I used to say that I spent more money at Ibrox than these so-called online Rangers supporters back in the day. Great team. We have goals in us. I feel it for today. I think so. Yang, 10,000 to 1 for a hat-trick. No danger. No danger. 10,000 to 1. Michelle will come back with us. 2-1 Celtic. 3-1. Get into the boys. We'll know in the first 10 minutes if we're going to win or not. Any sign of back passing or nerves, and then it's game over. I don't think that there'll be much back passing. I think that the person that does the most pass backing in the club right now is Rio Hitati. And Rio Hitati's on the bench. Thank goodness. Because if Rio Hitati had started in the midfield, I don't think that we would have. He's not for a fight. And it's not so much a fight, but he doesn't have the finesse to take on players anymore in Scottish football. Don't know, he gets pushed about a bit. Oxlade-Chamberlain has that experience of playing in big games. He knows how to get big games won over the line. It's massive. It wouldn't surprise me if somebody comes in and tries to lower Chamberlain in the first 5-10 minutes of the game. 3-1 Celtic, says Brian. 2-2. A few people going for results. Stephen Johnson's still going for 3-2. I'm still going for 3-1 Celtic. 3-1 Celtic. First goal, Calmac, 20-1. I'd be sticking a fiver on that. Calmac from outside the box. Still going for 2-1. It's light and soft midfield. Not getting away from it. Is it light and soft in midfield? When it could be a midfield 5. Remember that Oxlade-Chamberlain and it's going to be a 4-2-3-1 formation. So it basically does bring you 5 in midfield. You need to watch the game. I think that 200 to 1 for Yang hat-trick. 200 to 1 for a Yang hat-trick. We need a proper masterclass today to prove hunger for this title. 2-0 the Hoops. Let me just double check something whilst I am on as well. There we go. Click on that. Has that just happened? Like, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, this is a blatant advertising pundit here. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, we're trying to get to 26,000. We are currently on 25,737. So let's try and get that final push to 26,000. Let's see if we could do it. We're not going to do it for next week, but it would be fantastic if we did. If we did. So let's try and get us to 26,000, please. So subscribe to the channel. Anyway, let's get back to this. Not seeing you buzz like this in a while, Baz. Didn't have a good feeling today. You've changed my mind. We're going to go for 3-1 Celtic. I think that now that I've seen that team, I'm thinking that this is a team that can do it. And fair play to Martin O'Neill. God bless the results. The hatred songs will be rolled out. Of course they will. Up to your knees in Fenian blood, and everything will be sung out by that lot in their thousands. I don't care. I don't care, because Celtic, it's like Roy Aitken used to say, I don't know the words of the sash, because the time that they get to the second verse, Celtic have normally scored and they shut up. That was Roy Aitken. He says, couldn't tell you the full verse of the sash, because Celtic have usually scored by then. Hope that happens today. Celtic get that early goal at Ibrox. The Ox to shine today, this one for me, Baz, man of the match incoming. I think that if he can last the 90 minutes, and this is the big point, because against Hibs, we took Oxlade-Chamberlain off, and that was the big mistake from Martin O'Neill. Now, I know that Oxlade-Chamberlain hasn't played any football since May, since he finished the season at his previous club, but he has been training week in, week out. He himself said that match sharpness, physical ability is still there. You know, the fact that he's completely fit, he's not been injured, the physical side of it, the physical side of the game, the match sharpness comes with game time. He's had a couple of games at Celtic now where he's lasted 60 minutes. Is this the one that he lasts up to 70, 80 minutes? I think that if he gets to the 80-minute mark, Martin O'Neill will make some changes between 65 and 80 odd minutes anyway to try and get the game over the line. 3-1. £5 anytime gets you 3-1 Celtic. Ox to score anytime gets for £5 gets you back 200. Interesting. Celtic girl Jota. Come on, you boys in green, into the unwashed vermin, says Celtic girl Jota. 4-2 Celtic, says John. Only been a few times we won each time. Well, let's wait and see. I'm just trying to see if there's more scorelines coming in. Not confident, but I'll go £3 on 2 to Celtic. I mean, talking about a penalty, I think that if Celtic need to defend as far away from the 18-yard box as possible. We need to defend right up. Now, they're going to play 2 up front, which is going to try and play off the back line. They're going to try and get high balls over the top. Scales is there. Murray's there. Tierney's there. Arocco. You've got players with pace that can defend balls over the top. If that's the way that they're going to go, Sinisalo being in goals, they're going to try and take shots for target. They would have been hoping that Kasper Schmeichel started today, because the amount of shots that we have lost from range with Kasper Schmeichel being in goals has been ridiculous. Let's face it. Sinisalo, massive game for that young lad, and the confidence that he will have, having been in goals in Germany against a team from the Bundesliga that are 4th in the league. Not a shabby position. One of the top 5 clubs. You've always heard about players wanting away to a top 5 club. Germany is one of the best leagues out there. I'd say that the German league's probably better than the English league for football and the way that they play football. To come away from that with a clean sheet, he'll want to come away from Ibrox with a clean sheet. Come on, I could feel it. It was Odson's goal that triggered that. Yeah, it was Odson Edward that triggered the we don't want your fans in. We don't like you. We don't care. Not enough energy in the midfield. Just wait till you see the five in midfield. It's not going to be a 4-3-3. We will not set up 4-3-3 in this game. Not a chance. It'll be 4-2-3-1. And then the front three will be really compact with McGregor and Oxlade-Chamberlain. And you'll see Oxlade-Chamberlain and McGregor moving positions quite a lot in this game. Telling you. Wait and see. Could be a battle of the goalies. Need to make sure, take care of Moore and Nidre. Don't want to see Rio at all now. Sadly, he's done. More worried about the ref. I would have started Luke McCowan. I mean, starting Luke McCowan means that you would have to take Benji Negrin out that midfield. Benji Negrin's the top goal scorer. You can understand why he's went with Benji Negrin over Luke McCowan, because Benji scored more goals. Benji knows the route to goal. Listen, Luke McCowan scored a fantastic goal in Germany, but consistency over the season. You've got to have the players that have the ability to try and get that goal for you. Would Luke McCowan be too emotionally wound up for this game because he's a Celtic fan? I don't think that he has the composure that Scott Brown would have in that midfield. You know, where he knows that he can wind players up. Does Luke McCowan have that ability within him? He obviously does, because he's at Celtic, but I don't really have an issue with the midfield. I'm going to say that. The biggest thing that we need to look at is how Junior Adamu focuses on this game and what he does up front. That's where the game will be won and lost. It will be won and lost in midfield, but if he can make a nuisance of himself, and that's where we've been lacking. You know, that is where, and he's got a bit of pace about him as well, Junior Adamu. So we have went with the counter-attack type of football. Benji Negrin passed to Adamu. Yang, pace. Dice Maeda, pace. Junior Adamu, pace. Martin O'Neill's went with pace on the front three to make sure that we can also break forward as well. But it'll all come out in the wash because the game is less than an hour away. Game starts in 51 minutes. 2-1 to Celtic. Let's do it for Martin O'Neill. And it is his birthday. And Celtic have always got a little bit of romance of the cup and romance of everything Celtic. You know, that would do things on important days. And nothing would be more spectacular and outstanding than would be to get a perfect result at Ibrox for Martin O'Neill on his 74th birthday. An old geezer putting the young German into... Anyway, we move on. Celtic Football Club. Let's jump into it. So Casper will be resting himself for the World Cup qualifiers for Denmark. If he wasn't injured, he would be on the bench unless he's not took the dropping. Well, I don't think he looks fit, mate. Honestly, when you look at the I was trying to get the pictures from yesterday. Kasper Schmeichel looks way out of condition. Looks way out of condition. He could be carrying a bug. I don't know. He's maybe had flu or something. I don't know. But he doesn't look. He looks as if he's a couple of weeks away from getting up to fitness. That's all I'm saying. It's make or break today for us, but we'll get the job done. I think so. I ain't repeating that one. Good morning to the head of the Vatican States, is Stephen Johnson. Celtic 3-1, Adamu to score. I'll drink to that one. Half their team crossed themselves. Yeah, exactly. Stephen says, Baz, I think it's fair to say we'll see at the end of the game wherever this is a good team. That's true. I think that once we get to the end of the game, we will know if this team has the appetite to go on and ultimately win this title. It takes big players and big moments. Oxlade-Chamberlain was brought in to give us that little bit of oomph in midfield. Benji Negron has been a goal scoring revelation this year. He might not turn up for the majority of the game, but he's better than Hatate. If you're going to have two players, I would rather have Benji Negron in the midfield than Rio Hatate. The Yang is the big one for me. Yang gives us that bit of pace as well. He's younger than Jamesy Forrest that's on the bench. You could have had Tenecti on. Tenecti would probably get man-marked earlier on in the game. It's maybe a good piece of business, as they say, by Martin O'Neill to bring Tenecti on later. And maybe you're thinking, keep Tenecti for his trickery and bring him on later in the game. Once they start tiring a bit, hopefully, because of the fact that they've had a week off, we need to keep going to them. And I think that Martin O'Neill will definitely make at least 3 changes in the last 20 minutes of the game. I think he'll bring Sriracha on. I think he'll bring Tenecti on. And I also think he'll bring on Hatate or Luke McCowan. Will it be Luke McCowan? That's the interesting one to watch in the second half. Is Benji Negron will start not being as effective up front. We will need to make some changes in the midfield. Maybe Oxlade-Chamberlain can only last about 80 minutes. You might want to take him off. You never know. You never know. It could be 2 changes in the midfield. Maybe McCowan and Hatate will come on. Tonight it needs to be less greedy. It's a team sport. Yeah, I get that, and maybe that's why Martin O'Neill said, I'm going to. It's not a game for showboating. It's not a game for trying to prove that you're the best player in the team. Don't know. We need players that when they see a pass, they take the pass. They don't see the pass and they go, fuck it, I'm going to go myself, and then you end up losing the ball. Quick passing, quick one-touch pass. That's where we're at today with Celtic. 6-1, 4-2, 6-1. Some cracking scorelines. This will be the day that we win away. We will rejoice and get mad with it. It's already started. Has already started. I'm going to sound crazy, but I don't know if it's just me, but Tenecti is better coming off the bench. He's our super sub. I think he just reiterated that. Super chat. What match do you think is more important? This match or the cup? Still hope it's 2-0 today. Both games are massive. Massive. Season defining. There's one way to look at it that you could say that if we win this game and lose the cup game and then finish second in the league, that it was the wrong one to pick. You could say that drawing this game, losing this game, going on to win the Scottish Cup, fantastic end to the season. It's always better when you become champions, though, and then you go to the Scottish Cup and win the Scottish Cup. Getting to the Scottish Cup is always a fantastic one because it means that you go into the summer and you've won the last game of the season. The fact that Celtic have lost the Scottish Cup last season, we've lost 2 cups in a row. It's not very often that Celtic lose 2 cups finals in a row. These players will want to make up for that. From a fan's perspective, do you take the draw today and win next week? Do you take a win today and lose next week? The game will be completely different next week, and because it's a cup game, it will mean that it's all or nothing. All or nothing. This is just the warm-up game for next week. Yang and Dyson are better at defending the ball than Tenecti. That's an interesting one. Yeah, I would say it is Dyson though. In Germany, Dyson did come back into the back line to make it a back 6 at times. So maybe that's Martin O'Neill's thinking. Maybe that is Martin O'Neill's thinking. I wonder when it stopped actually. I wonder when it was actually stopped enjoying football. No idea. Sinisalo will be commanding. Murray gives me the fear. Sinisalo will be has got to be commanded. Sinisalo commands his box anyway. I think he commands his box better than the keeper that's not even on the bench. The managers took no chances at all today. Putting Ross Dohan on the bench. I mean, this ultimately could be your number one and number two goalkeeper for next season. Ross Dohan was brought in the summer with the mindset of, going forward, you're going to be number two, potentially pushing for number one goalkeeper at Celtic. Sinisalo was brought in on the premise that he was going to be number one goalkeeper going forward. So we'll wait and see. Green for go is negative as always. That back four is horrendous, apart from Rojo. 3-2 Celtic. 3-1 Celtic. Sinisalo with an assist. Come on, Sinisalo. 3-1 Celtic says that. Might stick a tenner on Celtic to win. -1. Oh, Jesus. That's a good one. I am just jumping through some of these comments. Daniel Rowe lit a fire in Martin. Yeah, he did that, and hopefully the team talk. I mean, where is it? Thank you, mate. We seem to have made a lot of friends in Stuttgart when we played them the other night. Shared this with a few friends over. I hope, hopefully, get a few more followers. Thank you, mate. I really, really appreciate that. And by all accounts, the fans that went to Germany had an absolutely fantastic time over there, and there was a lot of good moments, a lot of good friendship. I did see one of the videos where one of the Frankfurt supporters took off a Frankfurt shirt and got it passed over through the stewards to the Celtic fans, and then I seen a video of the Celtic fans helping a mother that was trying to get down a staircase with her buggy and her little baby in the buggy, and the Celtic fans went over and carried the buggy down the stairs for the woman. It's always fantastic. You never see that with this team across that we're playing today, do they? But anyway, thank you for that, mate. It is much appreciated. Let me just jump to this. After his comments, the Huns would have targeted Luke from the first minute. Junior Adamu in attack. I'm just jumping through the comments. Time to get the telly on, because it is nearly time for the TV to start. And get it on to Sky. Half time to the boss, 2-1 Celtic. Beaton will try and spoil the game by flashing the cards. We know that will happen anyway, but we'll wait and see. We will wait and see. I mean, if anything, one of the best bets that you can put today is how many Celtic players will get booked. I think at least 3 or 4 Celtic players will get yellow carded at some point today as they try to level the scoreline. We shouldn't. Yes, I'm doing a watch along. We are doing a watch along straight after this starts in around about 30 minutes time. There's a lucky one. I have a question. Was our striker situation solved in the window? Are we as fans happy with our strikers? No, it wasn't. Not long term. I don't think that Tam the Czech is worth the money that's going to be involved in the summer to buy him. Junior Adamu, possibly. He's a player that the next manager may like. The thing is, if Tam the Czech doesn't grow into the I thought he would have been a bit more. There would have been a bit more physicality about him. Don't know, a bit, but he doesn't seem to have the upper body strength to deal with some of the defenders in the SPFL. So going forward, when we get to the summer, you've got to remember the strikers that we've got are on loan. So the manager that comes in the summer has to make a decision. is Junior Adamu up to being a Celtic striker next year? Can he offer more? Can he improve as a player? Tam the Czech, is he really? He's like a bad Samaras. You know, that's the way that I compare him to. He's like a bad Samaras. Although he does have a little bit of physical, but I mean, he gets in, but he gets pulled about by defenders far too easily for someone of his height. And I think that that's something that Celtic will look at. We've been crying out for a big, tall striker that they can do something. And then when we get one, he's not really living up to the mark. So they are the two strikers that we have. Celtic fans did not like Johnny Kenny at Celtic. We sold Adam Ida, which I think is crazy because I think that Adam Ida could have still scored 20 goals this season for Celtic quite easily. But we got rid of him and they're all gone. It's in the past. Going forward, everything will change in the summer. Will Oxlade-Chamberlain be given a new contract by the incoming manager? Hopefully. And then you've got to say Dyson Maeda will be gone. Araujo, he'll not be here. So I don't think that looking forward is, we just need to concentrate on what we have just now and back the players as much as possible to get and make a little bit of history of our own. These players will want to make their own history. They will want to show that, they will want their name up in lights as legends at Celtic. Let's see, Sky Sports main events. That's it, 1-0 110th minute. Well, their games have been going on quite a long time, haven't they? Yang's first to score. Can we beat them twice? That's the big... Martin O'Neill's done it before. Martin O'Neill has beat them twice in a week before. Long time ago, different team, but it can be done. Is this the channel? 2 seconds. Just make sure. Sky Sports main event, Sky Sports football, and Sky Sports Ultra HDR. Just double check if this is updated yet. Quite concerned about this. Just get WhatsApp. Okay, perfect. Perfect. Right. I think I'm going to go and get ready for the game. I'm just reading some of the comments. They're just flying through because we have had over 1,128 comments. There is that crappy ground now on the telly. As it gets ready to start on the TV. Let's change that. I'm in at the shop, facing the floor. Yep, I'm going to go. Lennon wishes he was Ross Desmond. Why? Sutton concerned with our midfield today. Lennon concerned with our central defence today. I'm not concerned about anything. I'm just concerned about the fact that we need to get the win. Ultimately, the win is what we need. And this needs updated. Right, I'm away to update things. I will be back in around 20 minutes time for the watch along. If you're sitting in the house watching it, jump on here. Don't be shy. Comment on the game as it is going. Don't sit in the house and watch the telly yourself. Jump on here. Comment on the watch along. And let's get into them.